21st session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
The event, co-hosted by Nigeria and the United Nations Environment Programme UNEP, was aimed at analyzing the country's vision and strategies towards achieving sustainable development through nationally determined contributions that strive to build a climate-resilient society. President Muhammadu Buhari acknowledged that the implementation of the roadmap will not be easy, but said resources are being mobilized within and outside the country to help Nigeria meet the set targets.
Our 2017 budget development and reclaim the deserts through aggressive restoration of the shelter belt, introducing economic trees in the context of the diversification of our economy through a responsive value chain will ensure jobs for the youth.
President Buhari called for partnership in his administration's efforts to clean up Ogoni land and improve livelihoods, a task some participants described as well thought out and highly commendable.
It is turning a challenge into an opportunity. And let me tell you, if Nigeria is able to do this, this will be the largest ever cleaning effort in the world. And it will be the largest university and the most efficient university on cleaning a polluted area.
Addressing the issues of the drying of the Lake Chad is one key area that the international community should support so that we will be able to address the insecurity challenges, the poverty, and the misery of our people.
The competing demands in many of our countries are many. The resources are just not there. But they are there in the global community. There are trillions of dollars that are available. How
and they want to grab those opportunities for the good of Nigeria.
I would love to come back home and, go back to my village in Oka and give back, build boreholes, build schools, because education is really the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world.
The Senior Special Advisor to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora, Abike Dabri Erewa, facilitated the meeting.
I was Gabriel Odudia from New York. On another front, wife of the president, Aisha Buhari, says she will not relent in her determination to galvanize support towards improving the lives of women and children in Nigeria. She stated this in New York while marking the 1 year of Future Assured program. State House correspondent Aliu Kabir reports.
This is exactly 1 year when Future Assured program was officially unveiled at the same venue here in New York, at the site event of the United Nations General Assembly, with the aim of improving the health of women, children and other vulnerable members of the society, especially in the areas of reproductive, maternal, newborn and adolescent health, as well as the nutrition matters as captured in the 5 key areas of concern of the initiative. And the wife of the Senate President, Toyin Saraki, as well as the wives of the governors, provided a platform to interact with a view to putting more effort towards improving the lives of women and children in Nigeria.
On our own part as governors' wives, we can get the initiatives through to the grassroots in a way that will give us the desired results.
In New York City, Aliu Kabir, NTA News.
And back home in Nigeria, the House of Representatives Committee on Ethics and Privileges has commenced investigative hearing on alleged The United Kingdom has expressed satisfaction with the successes recorded so far by the Nigerian military in tackling the Boko Haram insurgency. UK Assistant Chief of Defence Staff Rear Admiral Simon James Ankona gave this remark when he led a delegation of the UK Ministry of Defence and Engagement to the Defence Headquarters Abuja. He pledged the UK continued support towards strengthening the capacity of the Nigerian military.
There's a real sense in the UK about what extraordinary work is going on in the North East. The challenge
in the country. On the re-emergence of some ethnic militias and other miscreants migrating into the state, the governor appealed to the military to dislodge them.
Since the operation the army did and dispersed them, we have noticed a gradual seeping of some of them into our vicinity.
Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai revealed that the Nigerian Army will soon launch an operation to dislodge all militias and miscreants terrorizing the zone.
Other security agencies are providing the necessary intelligence.
Police boss said the force will foster partnership with civil society groups on training its men and adequate facilities for movement of personnel. Commissioner of Police Federal SARS CP Deepal Yakadi promised that identified lapses would be corrected. In Abuja, Abdulmalik Adio, NTA News.
And to education, Minister of Education Adamu Adamu says irregularities in the implementation of projects and programs of the Sustainable Development Goals as it relates to the Ministry of Education will not be condoned. Media in Partnership for Agricultural Revolution and Cultural Fellowship when we come back. Stay with us.
When has it reached this? Much less this. And this. And this.
See you later. See you later. Bye-bye.
Now the real turn-up is online. Thank Glow, it's Friday. Now you can enjoy 3 gigabytes for 500 naira plus 100 naira free talk time every weekend with the Glow Weekend Plan. Dial star.
Of the National Council on Works. Theme: prioritization and optimization of allocated road infrastructure funds. Special guest of honor: the Executive Governor of Katsina State, His Excellency Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari. Date: Monday 26th to Friday 30th September 2016. Venue: Katsina State Secretariat, Katsina. Time: 8 a.m. daily. Engineer Abubakar Magaji, Permanent Secretary, Announcer.
My father said opportunity knocks every minute. He used to say to me that even the rising sun is an opportunity. A man must give each day everything. I live by those words. Just 1 minute of one day can change everything. Every day he stepped out with the belief that today might just be
The National Council on Finance and Economic Development, NACOFED, 2016, will be holding its annual conference in collaboration with the Ogun State government. Theme of the conference is Enhancing Revenue Generation and Obtaining Best Value for Money in Expenditure. Date, 27th to 28th September 2016. Venue, Green Legacy Resort, Abeokuta, Ogun State. Time, 8 a.m. daily. Announcer, Organizing Committee.
All Christians are cordially invited to attend the 56th Independence Anniversary Interdenominational Church Service holding as follows. Date, Sunday, September 25th, 2016. Venue, National Christian Center opposite Central Bank of Nigeria, Central Area, Abuja. Time, 3:30 p.m. prompt. Our help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Announcer, the Organizing Committee.
And drought-tolerant National Green Research Institute, Dadegi, that is currently carrying out the research, says the development is expected to boost rice production in the country. Musa Babalio reports.
The inability of Nigerian farmers to produce the over 5 million tons of rice annually has been identified as the major reasons behind the recent high cost of rice, which has become a major concern to most Nigerians. Nigerian farmers are currently producing an estimated 4 tons per hectare against the international average of 16 tons per hectare.
At times we have drought, at times we have nitrogen deficiency in the soil, and farmers are poor resources. They couldn't have money to buy fertilizer.
Scientists at the National Cereal Research Institute Badegi in Niger State have commenced the production of new seeds that are resistant to the identified challenges. The scientists say the new seeds are genetically modified variety integrated into the local variety.
So through our tests, the ones that we see are having good yield, and then the ones that we will now put for release by the farmers, and then the country will have genetically modified, not directly, but in progress, which will just be the same thing like our commercial variety.
proposed event would engage policymakers, farmers, the academia, and other interested groups in Nigeria's agricultural sector. Joseph Johnson, NTA News.
As the 2016 Beijing TV drama and movie session begins, a variety of movies and TV drama series from China will be broadcast in Nigeria to promote cultural exchange between Nigeria and China. Abdulmalik Adio reports that this year's event is hosted by the Beijing Municipal Bureau of Press, Publication and Radio in collaboration with the Star Times and the Nigerian Television Authority.
Stations.
All we are saying is that just as they also come, we also would want them to screen our own movies in their own country.
With movies like Manzu and Beijing Love Story among others, Beijing leads China in the production of TV dramas and movies, producing over 3,000 TV episodes and 300 movies annually. In Abuja, Abdulmalik Adio, NTA News.
A holistic approach through adequate and appropriate policies on agriculture, health, education and nutrition has been identified as key to tackling the scourge of hidden hunger in Nigeria. Minister of Health Professor Isaac Adewale said this in a message at the 46th Annual Scientific Conference of the Nutrition Society of Nigeria in Makurdi, Benue State. Godwin Naligu reports.
The efforts to increase food production and ensure food security, malnutrition still constitutes an impediment to good health among many Nigerians. It is in a bid to find ways of ensuring that Nigerians have access to the necessary nutrients for healthy living in their diets that experts came to brainstorm at a scientific conference in Makurdi, the Benue State capital. Minister of Health Professor Isaac Adewale the initiative in Makudi. Godwin Inalegu, NTA News.
And a report just reaching us says President Muhammadu Buhari has made a massive case for investment by the international community for the people of Nigeria's northeast and the Lake Chad Basin, saying such collective humanitarian intervention can no longer be delayed or downplayed. It was at a high-level meeting on the event on the Lake Chad in New York. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo tells us more.
With over 9 million people in need of humanitarian assistance in the Lake Chad Basin, this event organized by the Nigerian government is aimed at highlighting the urgent need to mobilize international response to the worrisome situation. Addressing participants, including the presidents of Niger and Chad, President Muhammadu Buhari said the dual impact of climate change has been witnessed in the Lake Chad Basin, and terrorism in the northeast has created what he called deeper implications for peace and security, social harmony, and sustainable development goals. The federal government, however, said is fully responsive to the urgency to promptly save innocent lives, ensure protection of victims, guarantee stability, and facilitate the resumption of normal socio-economic lives.
The government of Nigeria is not overwhelmed by the enormity of this humanitarian challenge. Rather, we remain resolute in defeating terrorism in all its forms. We have put in place a robust people-driven counter-terrorism strategy. Action to end the humanitarian needs of victims and address the root causes of terrorism itself. It is time for collective global action to invest in the people of Nigeria's northeast and the Lake Chad Basin region.
The recovery efforts in the Lake Chad Basin, as well as humanitarian response to the plight of victims, the participants agree must be collective, holistic, multi-sectoral, meaningful, and timely. From New York, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
Thank you, Adamu. And for more reports, we join Lagos with Jennifer as our guide.
Thank you, Isaac. Healthcare Providers Association of Nigeria and Health and Managed Care Association of Nigeria.
What we have done is we have teamed up with all the healthcare providers, and we make sure that it's not just the healthcare alone. Healthcare with quality, which is accessible, which is affordable, and gives them financial protection.
This collaboration will go a long way to solve major problems that have been an impediment to achieving universal health coverage in Nigeria.
The groups in a communique after the meeting adopted to create the needed efficiency to attract trust of Nigerians and increase awareness on benefits of the scheme. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakpoya, NTA News.
From health, go to business. A financial analyst, Dr. Ugu Ogubunka, has stressed the need for Nigerians to take advantage of the immense opportunities in the nation's insurance industry. Let's join Amechi Pius for details on our business news segment.
Hello, it's Business News and thanks for joining us. Nigeria's insurance industry has been characterized by several problems ranging from issues of corporate governance, people's perception of insurance and management. This accounts for investors' apathy in insurance in the country.
We haven't really taken insurance serious.
Is now the largest data network in Nigeria. With your own Glo One submarine cable linked seamlessly to tens of thousands of kilometers with your own fiber optic cable. Glo can provide a huge data capacity anywhere at a more flexible and affordable price than anyone. It's simple. So you see, Glo is in the air. It's everywhere. Say hello to the Grandmaster.
Join Glo to jollificate with 8 times the value on every recharge, plus free data to give. Every recharge allows data and voice.
The largest data network, Glo, Grandmasters of Data.
This must be one of Mother Nature's greatest gifts. But there's something else it gives us. When we see such beauty, we want to share it with those we love. That's what LG wants you to see. Just what we see now, through our technology. LG OLED TV.
It's truck month at Ford and we've got a Ranger just for you, Vincent. Here's the Workhorse 2.5 petrol single cab with free Ford Protect, a 4-year 120,000 kilometer service plan. Or the 2.5 petrol-based double cab with 800mm water wading capability. Available in manual transmission and with free Ford Protect. So while stocks last, visit Koscharis Motors today. Because, wait for it, thanks Vincent. We've got a tough Ford Ranger just for you.
Glad you stayed. Muslims have been urged to sincerely return to Allah as a way of finding resourceful outlets for the present harsh economic situation in the country. Imam of Legislative Juma Mosque, Abuja, Ustaz Nuru Muhammad Khalid, has stated this in his sermon at today's Juma prayer. Abdullah Musa Suleja reports.
It is generally understood times are hard for Nigerians. What is of utmost interest is devising workable ways out of it. Imam Khalid said while those in authority are duty-bound to implement policies that will bring succor to the populace, the followers must play their own role by being sincere in all they do. He said Allah, who creates and provides, also solves the problems of his creatures.
The Almighty alone is the one that is going to solve our problems. But we have to return to Him sincerely, asking Him to intervene in our problems. He will definitely solve our problems. Allah says, whoever fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah shall definitely give him a way out. There are multiple ways out of our problems. He did it to some other countries. Why can't He do it to us? It's just to do the right thing. We must do the right thing.
Ustaz Khalid again reminded Muslims of the new Islamic year to be ushered in the next 1 week to use the period for devotion to Allah. In Abuja, Abdullahi Musa Suleja, NTA News.
Equipping youths with functional skills will be prioritized by the federal government to diversify the nation's economy. Director General of the Industrial Training Fund, Dixon Onoha, said this at the flag-off of the 5th phase of the National Industrial Skills Development Program in Sokoto. Dalhatu Abdullahi reports.
The National Industrial Skills Development Program is a component of the National Enterprises Development Scheme initiated by the federal government under the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, purposely to equip Nigerian youth with skills for employment and job creation. Flagging of the 5th phase of the training in Sokoto, representative of Governor Aminu Waziri Tambol, the secretary to the state government, Professor Bashir Garba, said achieving sustainable growth and development remains the top priority of Sokoto state government. Director General of the Industrial Training Fund, ITF, Mr. Dixon Chinedum Onuoha said,
governor will also come from this family. Our brother, our son, Osagi Ezeyamu. And I want to assure you that come the 28th, we can come and celebrate tomorrow.
Next year will be greater. Amen. It will be the state that will be hosting the birthday.
You heard him. Osage Ize Iyamu to make Esama's birthday an Edo State event from next year. Who knows? He could even declare it a public holiday. Edo people, treasury looters must not be allowed to return to power. We are wiser now.
to this issue of agriculture.
The present administration is determined to go back to planning, identify priorities beforehand. When money comes, it is applied to that purpose. You can see the results.
We are determined to rehabilitate our country, especially for our children and our grandchildren.